Before the age of the mighty dinosaurs, Earth was a vastly different place. Imagine a world where the sky was pale, the ground was unfamiliar, and life was still in its earliest stages of experimentation. A world dominated not by towering lizards, but by the strange and often unrecognizable creatures that once walked, swam, and crawled upon this planet. This is the Earth before dinosaurs. Our story begins over 540 million years ago, in a time known as the Cambrian period. Earth's landscape was vastly different. There were no towering trees or vast savannas. Instead, the land was dominated by early plants and a myriad of simple yet strange life forms. The atmosphere had very little oxygen compared to what we breathe today. The continents were still young, fragmented into giant land masses that slowly drifted together, and there were no mammals, no birds, and of course no dinosaurs. The world was ruled by the first hints of life, tiny microscopic organisms, and the earliest ancestors of animals. Over time, Earth's continents began to shift. In this process, one of the most significant moments in Earth's history occurred, the rise of early life on land. During the Ordovician period, around 485 million years ago, Earth was covered by shallow seas teeming with early life. The first signs of complex ecosystems began to emerge. In these ancient oceans, arthropods like trilobites crawled along the seafloor. These bizarre creatures had exoskeletons and multiple legs, a far cry from today's crabs and insects. While life on land was almost non-existent, the seas were full of strange and alien creatures, like early fish and marine invertebrates. Though Earth lacked the iconic creatures we often associate with the Mesozoic era, it was still far from empty. The planet was alive, though, in a very different way. By the Silurian period, about 430 million years ago, the first tentative steps of life on land began to take form. Plants, small and primitive, began to emerge from the water's edge. These were the first land plants, simple mosses and liverworts that dotted the landscape. And from the waters, the first animals ventured onto land as well. Small arthropods like millipedes and scorpions began to explore the newly available real estate. Imagine a world where giant millipedes towered over the landscape, where the air was thick with the buzz of insects, a world that was only beginning to transition into something recognizable. By the Devonian period, about 400 million years ago, Earth's first true forests began to take root. Giant fern-like plants swayed in the breeze, while early amphibians, the ancestors of modern vertebrates, crawled from the swamps and marshes. For the first time in Earth's history, complex life began to flourish on land. The evolution of tetrapods, four-limbed creatures, signaled the beginning of a new era. It was still a strange and inhospitable world, but slowly, Earth was becoming a much more diverse place. The Carboniferous period, around 350 million years ago, marked a time of profound transformation. The air was rich in oxygen, perhaps the highest it would ever be in Earth's history. The landscape was dominated by vast swamps and dense, towering forests of ferns and giant club mosses. Here, giant insects like dragonflies with wingspans of up to 2 feet patrolled the skies. And down below, the first reptiles began to emerge, marking the dawn of a new chapter in evolution. These early reptiles, though primitive, were the ancestors of the vast array of creatures that would eventually roam the Earth, including the dinosaurs. They were small and unremarkable by today's standards, but their legacy would shape the future of life on Earth. Fast forward to the Permian period, around 250 million years ago. Earth had undergone dramatic changes. Supercontinents like Pangaea had begun to form. The climate was much drier, and the lush forests of the Carboniferous had given way to arid deserts. The creatures of this time were unlike anything we would recognize today. The dominant species were strange, scaly reptiles, like the Dimetrodon, which had a large sail on its back. Though they weren't dinosaurs, these creatures were part of the greater evolutionary story that would eventually lead to their appearance. But the world of the Permian was not to last. A catastrophic event, likely a mass extinction, would forever change the course of Earth's history, wiping out nearly 90% of life on the planet. The Permian Triassic extinction event, the largest the Earth has ever known, decimated life across the planet. But from the ashes of this great calamity, new opportunities arose. It was in the aftermath of this extinction that the dinosaurs, those colossal creatures, would rise to dominance. And so, Earth entered the Triassic period, around 225 million years ago, and the first true dinosaurs began to appear. But before they could dominate the planet, Earth had gone through nearly 1 billion years of evolving ecosystems, strange creatures, and tumultuous change. From the oceans to the land, from simple microbes to the first vertebrates, life had taken many forms before the age of dinosaurs began. And while these ancient periods may seem distant and alien to us, they are the foundation upon which the world of dinosaurs was built. Before the reign of dinosaurs, Earth was a world of experiments. It was a time of wonder, a time of trial and error as life on Earth found its way. And though dinosaurs would eventually dominate, it was the creatures before them that laid the groundwork for everything that would come after. The story of Earth is one of constant transformation, from its first days to the time of the dinosaurs and beyond. A story that continues to unfold, one chapter at a time.